EU raises security concerns as it reveals 5 Caribbean states have sold 88,000 golden passports.
Here's a summary of the article.
The EU has raised security concerns about the trade in golden passports and vowed to tighten visa controls after revealing 5 Caribbean states have sold citizenship to 88,000 individuals from countries including Iran, Russia and China. The announcement follows publication of Dominica, Passports of the Caribbean, an investigation by The Guardian and other media organizations in partnership with the Organized Crime and Corruption Reporting Project, which examined Dominica's citizenship by investment scheme in unprecedented detail. The sale of passports in Dominica surged after 2015 when citizens of a number of Caribbean states were given permission to travel to most EU member states for 90 days a year without a visa. In a proposal asking the European Parliament to enact new legislation, the Commission said, the EU should have the possibility to suspend the visa exemption for a third country that chooses to operate an investor citizenship scheme whereby citizenship is granted without any genuine link to the third country concerned. The EU Home Affairs Commissioner, Ylva Johansson, said, "We have countries within the visa-free regime with the EU that are selling passports, citizenships quite cheaply to people that are security risks or potential security risks to the EU. They are sometimes allowed to change the names and identity several times after getting the new citizenship, and of course this is also security risks for the EU that we have to look into." The report said the rejection rate for applications to Dominica and St. Kitts and Nevis was extremely low, which, together with the short processing times, raises questions as regards the thoroughness of the security screening. Visa-free travel to countries such as the EU and US is one of the key benefits advertised by Caribbean citizenship by investment schemes.
This post received a score of 3,800, with an upvote ratio of 97%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Dominica, an island with a population of just over 70,000, has issued 34,500 passports? Almost gotta respect that level of scumminess.
It's just good business. Someone in power somewhere probably.
Yeah, as their ship gets blown to splinters as they walk down a railing.
Pirates reference?
Indeed. There are EU countries who sell golden passports. Malta and I think Portugal.
Malta is already being taken to court over it. Portugal doesn't seem to have a golden passport, per se. It has a golden visa which does not confer European citizenship. Cyprus has shut theirs down and is reviewing historic ones, including revoking dozens of them so far.
Remember that time Speaker of the Cypriot Parliament, second-ranking Greek diplomat, was caught on camera trying to sell Cypriot citizenship? Wild times.
The last time I went to Paphos, never again, it was like I'd accidentally landed in Russia. Apparently, I haven't been. Malta is even worse for selling EU passports, but they don't even live in Malta, so it doesn't feel any different.
If a simpleton like me knew about this a decade ago, I'm 100% sure the EU was super aware and knew exactly what they were doing. Clearly safety is important, but making money was more important, and still is since the golden visas are still available.
Of course, but then Russia invaded Ukraine, the EU sanctioned Russia, and now those same Russians are buying passports.
Yeah, because no one could have seen that coming. And by that I do not mean this specific Ukraine and Russia conflict. I mean rich sanctioned or undesirables buying them as a plan B.
Goddamn supply and demand. How does one set the price even?
It's up to Dominica to do that if they want. But it's also up to the EU to not include countries like Dominica in visa-free travel programs because they can't trust that the golden passport holders were properly vetted and may pose a security risk. It cuts both ways. This is a good way to make your country's passport worthless.
Exactly what has happened.
Cyprus and Malta too. We should not allow EU countries to do this honestly. Numerous Western countries including the US allow people to buy citizenship by investing in businesses, property etc. It's just cheaper to get Caribbean passports.
Most countries doesn't give citizenships, only visas for investors to allow them to monog their investments.
Cyprus and Portugal looking from the corner?
You can get a golden visa in Portugal but not a passport. However, Our border enforcement is negligible, so pretty much any person with a heartbeat and a promise of work can enter the country legally.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.